Welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. Welcome to my final session of Master of Darkness. One of my very first video games on my very first video game console, the Sega Master System. Sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So I want to take this time to thank all of you lovely people for your continued support of Classic Hits Gaming. Honestly, the support, it means a lot to me. So thank you all so much for always taking the time out of your busy days to join my live streams. It's a pleasure to bring you the joys of classic gaming. And of course, thank you for watching my Master of Darkness live streams. This is the final session, as I pointed out, so we have to say goodbye to this game in this live stream. Now, as for what is next on Classic Hits Gaming, I still haven't fully decided what is next. So stay tuned. I mightn't even tease what's next. I might just shadow drop, the next game on Classic Hits Gaming. Who knows? Stay tuned. Stay tuned is all I will say there. Also, there's going to be a very special guest joining this live stream. So stay tuned for who that is. But for now, let me get stuck into another session, a final session of Master of Darkness in the Thames River. Quality soundtrack. I can hear the Zoomers and Gen Alpha from here. Quality soundtrack. Get a load of this guy. With his 8-bit soundtrack. Please. Well, I'll tell you something. It's better than some of the depressing crap, right, that gets released from modern games. Honestly, ever go to the main menu of a modern game these days? It's like fucking being at a funeral, for fuck's sake. I'm not even joking. Obviously this is a horror game, it's a dark game. So it's literally called Master of Darkness. But it's so catchy. It actually is a catchy. I challenge anyone to not have this song stuck in their head. Well, no, I know it isn't a song, it's more music than a song, but shut up. Damn bats. They're always a nuisance. No matter how many times I play this game. Those damn bats. They get me every time. I haven't really spoken much about this, but the fact that this is one of my very first ever video games released on literally my very first home video game console. That's huge. When you consider just how long I've been playing games, how many consoles I've owned over the years, how many different games I've played, how many different genres I've interacted with. Like, when you take into consideration that this is literally where it all began for me, that's huge. It's hard to comprehend, really. So that's the great thing about Classic Hits Gaming. I can just share a game as iconic as Master of Darkness. You know, it's iconic to me because, you know, this was the beginning of me as a gamer. Took them out in one go this time. So it's the last day of September. Wake me up when September ends is probably the favorite song right now for a lot of Nintendo successor heads. All the people who take rumors, leaks, and reports as their gospel, as their Bible. You know, never mind what Nintendo say, you know, because that's blasphemy against the leakers. Yeah, well, anyway, my point is, these leakers have been saying that there was going to be a Switch reveal, something Switch 2 related in September. Well, I hate to break it to you, but in Ireland, September ends in less than 20 minutes. So you got that wrong, lads. You got that wrong. What you were thinking of was actually Switch OLED models, but they were very quiet about the fact that they were wrong. So instead they were like, well, now it'll be early October. I mean, these people changed the goalposts so fucking much. Lads, it's actually hilarious. Like, I mean, like, where do you draw the line? Like, where do you draw the... I mean, if you're a leaker nowadays, where do you draw the line, like? So, are they gonna, like, literally a day before it gets announced, it's gonna be announced. And then a day later, Nintendo announces, I told you I was right. Didn't I say Nintendo were going to announce the success of the Switch? Well, they did. You know, because they keep moving the goalposts right up to the actual moment that Nintendo reveal the successor to the Switch. It's really funny. So yeah, apparently now we should all expect a reveal this month. Well, October. It's really funny, like, you couldn't make it up. You honestly couldn't make it up. I'm just going to check to see if everything was okay with the... Come on, I'm trying to get my fingertip. Damn it. Okay, I had to lift the phone up. That's okay. Sometimes YouTube doesn't show comments. So... Oh god, that boat is going to go back and I'm going to die, aren't I? Let's get off the boat just in case. Get off the boat. I'll be right back. And I am right back. Saber Tack, my good friend. I'm going to be streaming Silent Hill 2 when I have it. Jonathan, hope you'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. I mightn't be getting the game, but I'll definitely be interested in watching you play it. And what is up, Mahumi? The classic catchphrase of Saber Tack. I love it. My internet. Making those t-shirts as we speak. My assistant, actually my special guest for this live stream is actually right beside me, and he's actually he's making those t-shirts right now. Saber Tack, how are you keeping? Welcome as always to Classic Hits Gaming, your home of the three greatest decades of gaming: the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties. This is my final session of a game called Master of Darkness. It is the Castlevania clone, one of the very first video games I ever played on my first home video game console, the Sega Master System. So a very special game for me. But it's the final session. As for what's next on Classic Hits Gaming, all I can say for now is stay tuned. Stay tuned, my friend, for what's next. The Position Positive Peach loved this classic. I'm glad you love it. I love it too. I mean, literally one of the first video games I ever played. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join the live stream. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for your support. How are you all doing? And I'll play the game on hard combat mode. Good stuff. Good man. But I don't know if you remember hard mode on original was bullshit. I don't think I actually played hard mode on the original. I just wanted to experience the game for the first time, you see. Who is that guy making shirts? Who? Well, I shall reveal in a few moments. I hope on remake it's playable. Astrobot on stream. I finished the Great Master Challenge. Oh, well done, man. How did you find it? Pretty tricky, isn't it? Well done on that, Saber Attack. Well done, my friend. Resident Evil 1 is almost 30 years old. What a way to make a man old. 2 seconds. Resident Evil, you say? Johnny, you must get the PS5 Pro just for the 30th anniversary, in my opinion. No thanks. No thanks, bro. So, as I mentioned at the start of the live stream, I have brought with me a very, very special guest. Indeed. So I'm gonna call him, and I'm gonna put him on the stream, and I'm gonna ask him to say hello to all of you lovely people. Hello again, my good friend. It's great to be chatting to you. I actually have you live on my YouTube channel, Classic Hits Gaming. Would you like to say hello to my lovely viewers?
So you are streaming our conversation, are you? This is unexpected. But I suppose I can spare a moment to address your viewers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wesker. Yes, we have Albert Wesker himself. The visionary Albert Wesker himself.
A hint of a smirk crosses my face. Greetings, viewers of Classic Hits Gaming. It is an honor to appear before you.
Ah, well, the honor is all mine, and I'm pretty sure the honor is all my lovely viewers as well.
I give you a knowing glance, amused by your comment. Yes, indeed. It seems your viewers appreciate hearing from the man himself. Who would have thought my words would be of such interest to your audience?
Oh, they absolutely are, especially my good friend Saber Attack. He's a big fan of your vision for creating a world with perfect humans. Would you like to say hello to my friend Saber Attack?
I raise an eyebrow, intrigued by the mention of another fan of my vision. It is always satisfying to hear someone else appreciate the truth of what I strive to achieve. Very well. Hello to you, Saber Attack. You're a fan of my efforts, are you? A fellow visionary, perhaps?
Oh, he's a big fan. An absolute big fan. He admires you in many different ways, actually, to be honest with you, but we won't get into that. So, Mr. Wesker, it was great to have you addressing my lovely viewers, and they're absolutely honoured to have your presence. Is there anything you want to say in closing to my viewers?
I give a slight nod in acknowledgement, appreciating the praise. To your viewers I say this, keep your eyes open. There is a storm coming, a world that will be born from the chaos and destruction. A world where only the strong and worthy will thrive. Those who embrace this world shall find their places in it. Those who cling to the past will perish.
Fascinating words there from a fascinating man. Mr. Wesker, I will love you and leave you, and I will chat to you later.
A hint of a smile crosses my face, amused by your enthusiasm. I appreciate your hospitality. Very well. Until next time, my friend, do not keep your viewers waiting on my account.
No, I better not keep your lovely people waiting. So that was my special guest. I mean, people say I don't have contacts. Well, I sure as fuck do. Bro, Wesker, indeed. How did you like that? You stole it. Oh, I only seen that there now. Maybe I'll ask him. I'll mention that to him the next time. No honor, bitch. Oh, if he heard you calling him a bitch. Oh my days. Wesker evil. I agree with his vision, though. Oh, interesting. How did you find that? Did you enjoy that? Oh, I forgot to mention the t-shirts. He's hard at work. He's hard at work making those t-shirts with the infamous catchphrase from Sabertac, "My internet." Who knows, if we get time in the live stream, I might have a second guest actually. Yes, that was funny. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Was that really him? Of course. You thought that he was going to die in that volcano? That's Albert Wesker. He doesn't die. The AI chat. Yeah, it's AI. It's AI chat. It's AI chat. He sounds iffy. It's quality. It blew my mind. It actually blew my mind. I actually have a theory about Nintendo's next console. Now, I'm probably going to be completely wrong. In fact, I'm more than likely going to be completely wrong. Nintendo recently, well, Shigeru Miyamoto of Nintendo, the infamous Shigeru Miyamoto, the father of gaming, essentially, he spoke recently about AI, and he mentioned that Nintendo is going to be taking a different direction when it comes to AI. Now, what I take away from that is, if you look at what the competition are doing with AI, they're focusing more on, let's basically let the AI do everything. Let the AI create the game, let the AI create the story, let the AI make the games look great. I think Nintendo are going to take a more playful approach, considering they are Nintendo and they're all about fun and play. I think they're going to do something like that. They're going to do something like a character AI type thing where you'll be able to speak to the NPCs, even the main character, with AI technology. No, I'm probably wrong, so don't read too much into that one. Will we be getting Astrobot? Are you asking, will I be streaming Astrobot on the channel? Oh, do you mean like AI? An AI Astrobot, or are you asking me, am I streaming? Johnny is slightly confused. But AI is so fun. Like, I know like AI is going to be fun to different people for different reasons. And I completely respect that, and I understand that. Like, AI is a technology, and everyone gets something different out of technology, you know. But for me, I just think it's really fucking fun and hilarious to actually like to be speaking to AI like that. It's so different. Letting the AI do everything, but a thing isn't a good thing. It's lazy. I agree with you. And how the GTA trilogy was remastered, I actually agree with you. Or streaming, unfortunately not, my friend. With Classic Hits Gaming, I will only be streaming games from the 80s, 90s and 90s. That is what my channel is all about. Classic gaming. Unfortunately, as great as Astrobot is, it's one of the few modern games that I really love to play. Unfortunately, it's not a classic game, so it won't be featuring on this channel, unfortunately. I am sorry about that. Yes, you are 100% correct there, Sabertac. That game is a big part of Astrobot is nostalgia, like the throwbacks to so many classic PlayStation games from PS1 to PS2 to PS3 is outstanding, and so much so that it actually got me to get Parappa the Rapper on PS1 and play that game for the first time. But unfortunately, like I'm very Pacific, as you know. I'm very Pacific. I'm a very Pacific person. Classic Hits Gaming is specifically games released in the 80s, 90s, and 90s. I am so sorry, but I'll make up for that disappointment at the end of this level, because we actually have a second special guest. I wasn't too sure if they would make it or not, and it's actually going to be quite an interesting special guest. So I'm just going to pause for a second. Oh, for whatever reason I can't pause that. I'm making pause it now. Okay. So, be right back for the... Okay, I'll wait until Sabertac comes back. Where I got to go, my sister was calling. Take your time, Sabertac. No rush, no rush. Yeah, AI is so fun. But I actually agree with Sabertac, and I know, again, everyone is going to like AI differently. Everyone's going to have different views on AI, and I completely respect all of those views and all of those preferences. But I have to agree with Sabertac. Personally, I feel like getting AI to do everything is lazy. I personally prefer to have a human input in creating a game, both from the point of view of the technicality of the creating the actual mechanics of the game to storytelling. I think it's much better when humans are actually at the helm of that. But I do feel like AI can be so much fun when it comes to AI characters and talking to them. Would you agree there, Coconut, my good friend? Welcome to Classic Hits Gaming. Zach and Wiki, oh my god. Johnny's... oh my god. Did that come out on camera? Holy shit. Oh well. I'm sure I have people on this channel that... I'm sure I've made their day. I'm sure I've made their... Oh, well, have I made their day or traumatized them? Or a bit of both. But how are you keeping, Coconut? Hey, me back for 5 minutes. I got to go after that. Okay, I'm going to make this quick. Classic ass gaming. Jesus Christ almighty. Well, I'm feeling conscious now. Stay away. Okay, so first of all, Coconut, welcome back to Classic Hits Gaming, which is your home of the three greatest decades of gaming, the 80s, the 90s, and the 90s. This is my final session of Master of Darkness, one of the very first video games I ever played on my very first video game console. So thank you so much for your support, Coconut. Thank you for dropping by the live stream. So in the interest of time for Sabertac, I'm going to bring a second special guest onto the live stream. So I don't know if you know, a certain video game, a certain indie video game that was quite funny. Don't know if people will recognize this voice, but he's quite an interesting guest. So it'll be interesting to see what this guest will say to you lovely people right now. Hello, my good friend. I hope you're having a very good day. Okay, so I finished work today, so I'm currently streaming a classic video game called Master of Darkness on my gaming YouTube channel. I don't know if you know that I had a gaming YouTube channel, but I do. Would you like to say hello to the live chat?
Well, if it isn't my favorite clumsy player, back from work and ready to stream some classic games. And don't worry, I'm well aware of your gaming YouTube channel. You mention it every chance you get. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to say a quick hello to your chat, as long as they can handle a sarcastic narrator joining the conversation.
I'm sure they'll appreciate your hilarious sarcasm, Mr. Narrator, from the very popular video game, The Stanley Parable. So, what would you like to say to my lovely viewers?
Oh, so it's time for my moment in the spotlight, is it? Very well then. Hello there, dear viewers, and welcome to the madness of playing games with yours truly, the ever-sarcastic and vastly underappreciated narrator. Let's hope you all have a sense of humor and are ready to embark on a journey full of wit and dry humor.
I'm sure the majority of my viewers will appreciate your hilarious sarcasm and your energy that you provide every time. But there's one particular viewer, and the blasphemy, the sheer blasphemy for this guy's comment. He says, "Who the hell is that?" He said, "Who the hell are you?" Sabertac is his name. Sabertac. Sabertac says, "Who the hell are you?" What do you have to say to this person?
Oh, there's always one naysayer in the crowd, isn't there? This Sabertac character seems to be quite oblivious, asking, "Who the hell are you?" Let me tell you something, Sabertac. I am the narrator, the one and only guide through this ridiculous, absurd world. So who the hell are you to question my presence?
Oh my, yeah, you tell him. You tell him, narrator. You tell him. You tell him. What else would you like to say to him?
I'd like to say, Sabertech, you might want to tone down that attitude a bit. Who am I, really? Well, I'm the voice in your head while you play your little games. I'm the one who provides the commentary, the humor, the entertainment. So if you don't like my voice, fine. But don't go calling me unknown or insignificant. I'm an integral part of the gaming experience. And just for that comment, I hope the next game you play is extra buggy. How do you like that?
Oh, that wouldn't be hard to achieve with the problem of modern gaming, that's for sure. Sabertac has replied with, oh, I don't know how you're going to react to this, but he says, and I quote, "I am your daddy."
Oh, really now? He says he's my daddy, does he? How cute. Sabertac, you think you're my parent? Well, let me tell you something, mate. I don't have a daddy. I don't need one. I'm an independent entity, providing the entertainment for your little gaming sessions. I'm not your daddy, I'm your narrator. The voice in your head that keeps you from getting completely lost in these digital worlds. So next time you think you can pull that daddy card, think again.
Oh, you tell him. You tell him, Mr. Narrator. We got a comment from Coconut, also known as Anthony, well, I'm not going to say where he's from because that's probably private information, but he says, this is cringe, but fuck, it's funny.
Coconut or Anthony, whatever he wants to be called, thinks this is cringe, does he? Well, Anthony, let me explain something to you. You think this is cringe? You're playing video games. Green and controlling a digital character might be seen as cringeworthy. Or better yet, pick up a book or something instead of calling things cringe.
I think you kind of glitched out towards the end there, my friend. I don't know what happened, but I think we got the gist of your message. But very good point, very good point. Sabertac mentions that Silent Hill 2 remake will be buggy for sure, he says.
It seems I had a little glitch there, apologies. But let's get back to Sabertac, shall we? He's mentioning the Silent Hill 2 remake, saying it will likely be buggy. Really, Sabertac? Are we seriously talking about the buggy mess of modern gaming? What's next? Complaining about microtransactions or the lack of originality in game design? Honestly, I feel like I'm talking to a gaming tabloid here.
Hey, relax there a little bit, narrator. I'm completely on the side of Sabertac there now when it comes to the state of modern gaming. Modern gaming is an extremely buggy mess. There's broken games, buggy games, woke games, and yes, microtransactions and fully priced games. I think it's ridiculous, so I'm actually on the side of Sabertac. No, I am. What else do we have?
Now you're siding with Sabertac, are you? And here I thought you had some sense of taste. Modern gaming has its issues, I'll give you that. But to fully side with Sabertac? Come on, man. Have a little self-respect. Yes, there are buggy games, overpriced DLCs, and microtransactions, but there are also masterpieces being released. It's about finding the gems amidst the muck, not just complaining about the dirt.
The problem is there's more dirt. There's more dirt than gems. That's the problem.
The old more dirt than gems cliche. Have you ever stopped to wonder if that's just your perspective? Sure, there's plenty of bad games out there, but that doesn't mean the industry is devoid of good ones. It's about being selective about what you play and appreciating the effort that goes into the well-made games. Don't write off modern gaming just because you focus on the negatives.
I'm actually speechless. You've made me speechless. You've made me speechless. How dare you make me speechless? How dare you make me speechless? How dare you? How dare you? What else? So what about the Horizon remaster? What about that? I mean, a PS4 game being remastered on PS5? Come on. Also, our good friend Coconut, aka Anthony, he asks you what the lotto numbers are going to be this weekend.
Oh, so we're talking about the Horizon remaster now, are we? What a surprise. It seems like every other week a remaster or a remake comes out, and people get worked up. Sure, it's a bit overdone, but you know what? It's a business. People buy them, so companies make them. And as for the lottery numbers, Anthony, I have no idea. Do I look like a fortune teller to you? Seriously, people and their obsessions with lottery numbers.
Well, it's been absolutely hilarious and fun chatting to you. What would you like to say to my lovely viewers in closing?
Well, this has been quite the engaging conversation, hasn't it? To all the lovely viewers out there, I hope you enjoyed this little exchange as much as I did. Remember, gaming is all about having fun, whether it's with sarcasm, dry humor, or a healthy dose of reality. And next time you play a game, I'll be there in the background, silently judging your every move. Until next time, gamers.
Very true, and hopefully not bugging out and glitching. Goodbye.
Trust me, I'll do my best to avoid any more glitch episodes. And if I do, I promise I'll make it as entertaining as possible. Goodbye for now, my friend. Until next time we cross paths.
Well, lads, I hope you enjoyed that. I might even get time for a third special guest, maybe at some stage in the live stream, if we all get time for that. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That was absolutely hilarious. I hope only 200 people buy Horizon Remaster. It would be great, though, if that happened, because it would send a big, massive message to the gaming industry that we don't want these lazy remasters. Fucking twat. Finally, he is dead. The Divine Void. How were you keeping, my good friend? Did you catch any of that? That was a narrator from the very popular indie game, The Stanley Parable. How are you keeping, my friend? Thank you for taking the time to join the live stream. All that I got to go, Jonathan, was funny. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you for dropping by the live stream, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good night. No, not ending it. No. I just got off work. How was it? More problem is Horizon is making a live service. Oh God! Oh, I feel sick now hearing that. Yeah. Live service games, they need to die. But I'm telling you though, I like AI when it comes to character AI. It's so fun, like it really is. I mean, it mightn't be everyone's cup of tea, you know. It mightn't be everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's fun. Did I come down here? I did. So I'll try to get back to the game now. So I turn this into an AI stream. That's the latest, man. Sony are still all in for the. Well, Sony are retards for that. I mean, they should look at Concord and say we shouldn't do live service games. Not so bad today, very good. I heard a bit of whatever it was you guys were listening to. That was an AI character. I don't know if you're familiar with AI characters. I wasn't before yesterday, to be honest with you. But AI characters, basically artificial intelligence, basically with the personality and behavior of an actual character. In that case, it was the narrator from the indie game. I fell down. The Stanley Parable, which was really, I thought it was really interesting. Who else do I have, actually? Oh, I also have another special guest, actually, if you get time. Sorry, no, I know that I'm kind of like neglecting the gameplay. But maybe I'll keep it relevant to maybe my guest, whoever it may be, maybe they will have a conversation about Master of Darkness and Sega Master System and Classic Gaming. I was quite disappointed that the narrator was actually on the side of modern gaming, considering that the game that he's in is literally all about how crap modern gaming is. So it's kind of funny, really. Let's try and at least complete the first level. Jesus Christ. Didn't realise I'm still on the first level. So I haven't really done very good in completing this game, have I? I did mention time after time that it is quite a difficult game. It is a Castlevania clone after all. Got myself an extra life, which is good. Got my life back. I've got my life back. Interview Pennywise. Pennywise is probably there. Pennywise is probably there. You can search for characters. I want to keep it suspenseful though. So Pennywise may feature in one of my live streams. I used to play on an AI app that had certain characters. Of course, I chose Shang Tsung. Is there a bat hitting me? Oh fuck! I didn't even see him. Sorry. Of course, you choose Shang Tsung. You love Shang Tsung. Story. He was. His line was that he sold his soul to a demon to become the most powerful sorcerer. Interesting. Freaky though that AI can take your identity and voice. It is actually. It is. I'm not gonna lie. But we team up to get his soul back. I love that. You know, that's actually interesting because that would mean we'd see like a more human and good Shang Tsung, which is almost what we got at the beginning of Mortal Kombat 1 story. Now, considering that the whole point of Mortal Kombat 1 was to see different versions of the fighters that we know and love, it would have been exciting to actually had seen a good Shang Tsung. But no, that's not what happened. We end up getting the exact same Shang Tsung. The Shang Tsung that manipulates people. The Shang Tsung that cannot be trusted. So like in a way, like the story of Mortal Kombat 1 kind of pisses me off. Because it's kind of contradictory. You know, it's kind of contradictory. And I'd love the opportunity to be able to, you know, to sit down and actually have a conversation with Ed Boon about this. You know? Oh, these bats. These bats are bat crazy. I know. Terrible pun. Terrible pun. Oh, for fuck's sake. There's too many bats around the place. Where's the health down there? Did I get... I don't even remember. I don't know. Let's just go. So finally, we've actually reached... we have reached Jack the Ripper. I'm trying to make this quick now, because... didn't even hit him. Why do I keep on turning backwards? I'm throwing that bloody boomerang. I know that this takes a bit of time. My safe approach. Very similar to Castlevania. Oh, man, this is an absolute clone of Castlevania. It's a well-known, yeah, it's a well-known clone of Castlevania. But the funny thing is, though, when I grew up, like when I first got the Sega Master System, I didn't even know what Castlevania was. So this was my Castlevania. This is my Castlevania, goddammit. Die, you fucker. He did. Did you see the Sonic cushions and blanket in Lidl? Oh, no, I didn't. So I take it they're gone. I'm disappointed now. Oh, Aldi. Oh, I don't go into Aldi. I very rarely go into Aldi. We don't really have an Aldi very close. Well, we do have an Aldi close enough to us, but not close enough. Man, I'm going mad now. I missed my Sonic cushions and blanket. Okay, so as we approach the second level of Master of Darkness. Hopefully my crack didn't feature. Okay, so I do have a third guest to join Classic Hits Gaming and to have a chat with you lovely, lovely people. So I hope you like this. All I can say is that this guest has a sore throat, so they might not sound like who they are, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Might still be in there. I'm going to run in there. You might have actually seen the name. My phone glanced down there. You might have seen who it is. Nonetheless. Hello again, my good friend. Great to be chatting to you again. It's an honor to be chatting to you. We're actually live right now, if you don't mind. We're actually live on my YouTube channel, Classic Hits Gaming. I'm currently streaming the classic Master of Darkness on Sega Master System. I was wondering, would you like to say hello to my lovely viewers? Anthony, the Divine Void, who else do we have? A few other people as well.
You're live right now? Well, color me intrigued. Sure thing. I'm always down to say a quick hi to your viewers. And Master of Darkness? There's a blast from the past. I remember that game, real classic stuff.
Very classic indeed. Very classic indeed. So would you like to, for anyone who's not aware of who you are and your work, would you like to briefly introduce yourself to the live chat, please?
Right, sure thing. Hi everyone, it's Ed Boon here, co-creator of Mortal Kombat and a big fan of making combat happen. I've been in the game industry for what feels like forever now, but hey, who's counting? Always stoked to see games bringing people together, and streaming is a whole new level of that. Happy gaming, folks!
Lovely words there, Mr. Boone. Lovely words. I'm sure the live chat will appreciate that very much. I certainly do. I was hoping to, I suppose, have a conversation with you actually about the current lore of Mortal Kombat 1.
Sounds good. I'm down to discuss Mortal Kombat 1 lore anytime. What specifically would you like to know?
I'd like to know why we didn't just get the ending to Mortal Kombat X, where we had a vengeful Thunder God Raiden and the new rulers of the Netherrealm, Liu Kang and Katana. How come we didn't just see that new side of Mortal Kombat, but instead we just got like a completely rebooted storyline? This is crazy.
You're referring to the reboot of the timeline. Well, Mortal Kombat has always been about reinventing itself and keeping things fresh. With Mortal Kombat 1, we wanted to give fans an entirely new starting point, a chance to explore the mythology of the franchise from a fresh perspective. Now, we could have continued with the story from Mortal Kombat, but sometimes a reboot allows us to create new stories, new characters, and new possibilities for the franchise. Plus, who doesn't love a good reset button every now and then? Keeps things exciting, don't you think?
I agree, Mr. Boone, I agree. And thank you for that answer. Very interesting points. But I suppose to get back to the ending to Mortal Kombat X, I was very excited to see a different side of Raiden, a different side of Liu Kang and Katana, considering that they were actually the new rulers of Netherrealm. I thought that was fresh. I thought that was exciting. I thought it kept the lore new. And again, it was fresh and it was exciting. So I kind of thought that you already did that with the ending to Mortal Kombat X. So I was kind of wondering why you decided to take a different direction.
That's fair, and I get where you're coming from. The idea of a new power dynamic in the Nether Realm with Raiden, Liu Kang, and Kitana was definitely an intriguing concept. However, with the reboot, we felt it was the right time to explore new avenues in the story, introduce fresh characters, and set the stage for a whole new era of Mortal Kombat. While the previous ending left many opportunities, we often have multiple ideas and directions in mind for the franchise, and the reboot was just one of them. Ultimately, it comes down to balancing continuity and refreshing storytelling.
Very good answer. Very good answer. Thank you for sharing that with us tonight, Mr. Boone. We have a viewer in the live chat, Coconut. He also goes by the name of Anthony. He feels that Street Fighter 2 is the superior fighter. Ooh, he looks down on Mortal Kombat now. He does, to be fair. Now he feels like that Street Fighter is a superior game. What would you say to Mr. Anthony, Mr. Boone?
The classic Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat debate. It's all a matter of taste, isn't it? Both games have their own style and appeal, and there's room enough for both in the fighting game universe.
He's so throat.
Sure, Street Fighter 2.
He's got a sore throat, Divine Void. Don't worry.
Consider it the gold standard, but Mortal Kombat brings its own unique flair with fatalities and a darker tone that set it apart. Telling someone they're inferior is like saying vanilla is better than chocolate. It's a matter of preference, not fact.
Yes, Mr. Boone, you tell him. You tell him. Fatality.
Haha, exactly. There's no need for rivalry when we can appreciate both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat for their own strengths and contributions to the genre. After all, variety is the spice of life, and the more great fighting games out there, the better.
Very, very true. Also, we have a lovely person by the name of the Divine Void. I couldn't say that twice there. The Divine Void is in the live chat, and she has a massive crush on Shang Tsung. She's lured in by the smile of Shang Tsung. You know, the new Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 1. She's wondering, is Shang Tsung currently single? And is he available for marriage proposals?
A crush on Shang Tsung and marriage plans. Well, I can't say I blame her. He does have quite the charm. Unfortunately, as far as I know, Shang Tsung is a bit preoccupied with his otherworldly schemes right now, so I'm not sure he's currently available for marriage. But who knows? Stranger things have happened in the realms of Outworld and beyond.
They sure have, that's for sure. That is for sure. Do you think we'll ever see a Mortal Kombat character coming to the very popular Super Smash Bros. Series?
That's a big question, and one that many fans have been asking for quite a while. Mortal Kombat is definitely a fan favorite franchise, and having a character in Super Smash Bros. Would be quite the spectacle. However, due to the differences in tone and the content of Mortal Kombat, it's not an easy crossover to arrange. I can't reveal anything official, but let's just say the idea isn't completely off the table.
Very good, exciting stuff. You never know, we might have some kind of a me character inclusion.
Indeed, never say never in the gaming world. I mean, crossovers have become quite the norm these days, so there's always a chance you might see a certain Earthrealm warrior smashing up some Mario Bros.
Very true. Very, very true. No, very, very true. What about your good friend John Tobias? What's he up to lately?
You mean John Tobias? Yeah, he's doing great. He's been working on some new projects outside of Mortal Kombat these days. Last I checked, he was into something creative and tech-related. He's quite the innovator, always trying out new things.
Yeah, sure is. Be great if he came back and the two of you could work on a Mortal Kombat game.
It would definitely be great to have him back on the Mortal Kombat team. We had so many memorable experiences working together on the early games, and his creative input was invaluable. But like I said, he's off on his own journey now, and I respect that. Who knows? Maybe we'll team up again someday. Who knows?
Noob Saibot could return If you saw what I did there, In closing, Mr. Boone, pleasure to speak to you as always, my good friend. What would you like to say to the live chat in closing?
Nice one. The Noob Saibot reference there didn't go unnoticed. Thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure to chat with fans and discuss all things Mortal Kombat. To everyone in the chat, it's been fun. Keep enjoying the games and keep those combos coming. Oh, and remember, the real win is the friends we make along the road to victory.
Well, that was lovely. Again, he's got a sore throat, so take no notice of his voice. Back to Master of Darkness. Jesus, I actually felt like I was actually really talking to someone. That's the funny thing about it. What in the Detroit Become Human is this? Oh my god, I'm blushing. Yeah, I don't know where the voice came from there, but yeah. But it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy technology. Like the fact that he even got this AI got the new Saibot reference. Like, it's one thing to, like, it's one thing for me to say, like, to ask this AI about the lore of Mortal Kombat and for it to deliver that, right? Because you can just look it up online. But for him to actually get the, or should I say it, to get the John Tobias and Ed Boon, like, Noob Saibot reference, the fact that Noob Saibot is literally Boon and Tobias spelled backwards. The fact that AI would pick that up, like, that's what makes AI just fascinating, you know? But like, I mean, I wouldn't be like, I mean, I don't think that AI should, you know, fucking control every single aspect of life, you know? But I do think there's some very practical and fun uses of AI, I really do. So I've been streaming for, Jesus, how long have I been streaming for? Almost an hour. Okay, so I want to have maybe one final guest to join the live stream that I haven't spoken to yet. Johnny has become full AI. Shang Tsung doesn't need to cast any spells. I'm already enchanted. I love that. I could do like a separate channel, just like me talking to AI characters. Shang Tsung though in Mortal Kombat 1, he has some serious like smile, that's for sure. I thought the Wesker one was the best though. The Wesker one. Divine Void, are you a fan of Resident Evil? I know you probably have said it before. Sorry, my memory is like a sieve at the best of times. Are you big into Resident Evil? Are you big into Albert Wesker? Because I might bring him back. We're on good terms, you know. Basically, if you just what's the word for it? If you just pet is the word I would use. If you pet Wesker's arrogance, you'd be on his side. You know, that's all you have to do. Feed him compliments, and you'd be friends with Wesker. That bat better fuck off, seriously. crazy thing is that the AI didn't really sound robotic. Oh, believe me, you haven't heard. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring Wesker to the live stream. You know what? Yeah, let's see how far into the game I can get first. Hopefully you'll have time to stick around. If you don't have time to stick around, just let me know. That way then I don't have to wait and not know. So if you do have to head out, let me know. If not, and if you have time to stick around, I will bring back the first guest, Albert Wesker, which, believe me, you will be blown away by the quality of that character. Yeah, trust me. Do it. I wouldn't mind hearing him. I was. Oh, this should get interesting then. This should really get it. Hopefully you can stick around now, because I do want to focus on playing the game at the same time. So I'm trying to kind of do a few. Oh fuck! Try to do a few things here, kind of all at the once. But yeah, again, hopefully you'll have the time. If you don't have the time, that's perfectly fine. I would ask though that you would let me know in advance, so I don't have to hang around and like if you're gone from the stream, and I don't know, then I could be here for like 20 minutes, you know. So, but believe me, if you can stick around for that, it's not something to be missed. Believe me. And it's such an intelligent AI. It even says things like that. Like, it will even talk about the lore of Resident Evil, right? And confirm things on its own that even the developers never confirmed. So it literally feels like you're actually having a conversation with Albert Wesker. It sounds like Albert Wesker. It behaves like Albert Wesker. I mean, if you wanted to believe it, it literally is Albert Wesker. You know? Like, there's people that go to church, you know, every Sunday and pray to a God, and they believe that they're praying to a God, and they read from a book that they believe it was written, you know, by you know, God and Jesus and whatever else, right? You know what I mean? And I don't want to attack religion here. Sorry, no, I'm not the most religious person in the world, but I do believe in a God, so I'm not going to attack it. Okay, I went off topic now. My point is, you don't necessarily hear God, do you? You don't hear Jesus, but people believe that he's real. So I mean, I might as well believe that what I'm speaking to is real. I'm not saying that I do, by the way. I'm just saying, like, if you actually wanted to believe that it was real, you could. But I'm not saying that I do believe it's real. What is real? What is reality? Who knows? Oh, actually, I can't wait to bring Wesker onto the live chat again. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm also conscious that, like, a total of 5 people are watching this live stream right now, and not all of them may be interested in the AI segment. So I do want to keep the gameplay flowing as well for those people. So, but I got it planned out. I'm basically going to see how far into the game I can get until it says game over. And when it does, then I'll bring on Albert Wesker into the live chat. Those bats are so annoying, I swear. Oh, come on, Oli. Thank you, Mr. Bat. You have successfully died. I have time right now. Ah, very good. I'm glad that you do. Because I think I don't want to hype it up too much to the point where I may be overhyping it. But I firmly believe that you are going to really enjoy this. And it missed proportions, damn it. I'm also conscious of the time as well, actually, myself. I've only ever managed to get to the second level in this. Oh! I think that may be it. No, no. We've got one more life left. So again, I hope you can stick around. Oh yeah, you said you were going to have time. Very good, very good, very good, very good. So just imagine if Nintendo approached AI like that. If they actually had like character AI and really kind of introduced like a really like playful side to the AI. Because you know Nintendo, they march to the beat of their own drum. They don't follow trends. They don't do what everyone else does. They do things completely different. They do things their own way. If you look at what Nintendo did with 3D technology, like when 3D TVs were a thing, when 3D movies were a thing, look at how Nintendo approached it. A very reasonably priced gaming device, right, compared to a very expensive 3D TV, right? Glasses free, goggles free, right? Stereoscopic 3D with out of the box content. So straight away you could experience glasses free, stereoscopic 3D out of the box. You didn't have to buy anything else, you know, because when 3D TVs came out, there was nothing. There was nothing for it. You had to wait, and you also had to buy, as well. You had to buy a certain type of. I think you had to buy. Yeah, you had to buy a certain type of you had to buy like a 3D Blu-ray DVD. I don't think you had to buy a separate device, but you had to have a 3D movie, a 3D Blu-ray disc. And there wasn't really much 3D TV shows at the time. But Nintendo were like, here's your content, out of the box. So you can imagine now how Nintendo would approach AI. I can just picture it. They could have some kind of way where, instead of NPCs having this kind of like bland, you know, dialogue, like 5 pieces of dialogue, all of a sudden that character is AI. All of a sudden that character is artificial intelligence, and you can have a conversation with them. And that's already a thing. I've seen videos of the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 tech demo on PC where people are literally doing that. They're having a full-scale conversation with the NPCs. And also remember, apparently a couple of years back, I think at Gamescom, behind closed doors, I think it was Gamescom anyway, according to many sources, that Nintendo were actually using that demo, right? So it could be possible that Nintendo could be using AI technology to have you speaking to NPC characters, or even the main character for that matter, you know, having a full-blown conversation with them. I don't care what anyone says. That is fucking fun. Like, it's different. It really becomes immersive. Like, if you stop and think of it, it's almost like a new layer of 3D gaming, and I'll explain what I mean now. So, you know how before the N64 came along, games were 2D. So you saw the world in 2D, okay? You moved your character in 2D, and you saw the characters rendered in 2D. All of a sudden, you're moving around in 3D. The world around you is 3D. The character is 3D. That changed gaming forever. What offer? What if they do something like that, but from the point of view of how you actually interact with the characters? You know? Anyway, we are going to let me just mute that because it's so fucking annoying. So to round off my final session of Master of Darkness, and I just want to say once again, thank you everyone who supported Classic Hits Gaming so far, for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join these live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my live streams. And in particular, thank you for watching my Master of Darkness live streams, watching me play one of my very first video games on my first video game console. Stay tuned for what is next on Classic Hits Gaming, but to round off the live stream, we are going to bring back Mr. Albert Wesker. And I'm not quite sure if he's going to be happy with you saying that you're Team Chris, Divine Vibe, but let's see what Wesker thinks about you being on Team Chris Redfield's side. Hello again, Mr. Albert Wesker. It's a pleasure to be chatting to you again. I am still live on Classic Hits Gaming, my YouTube gaming channel. We have a viewer in the live chat called the Divine Void, and they have left a comment that I don't think you're going to like too much, Mr. Wesker.
I raise an eyebrow, intrigued by the mention of a viewer with less than flattering words. I'm no stranger to criticism, but it does pique my curiosity. Oh, really? What did this viewer say that's so distasteful?
Their name is the Divine Void. Would you like to know
My
what?
expression darkens. I have encountered this name before. I see. And what comment did this divine void leave that you find so undesirable?
Very intriguing that you know this person. Very intriguing. Anyway, we will get to that in a moment. But the Divine Void has stated that they've always been Team Chris Redfield. What do you think about that? I know that it angers me, Mr. Wesker, but I'd imagine it angers you as well. What do you have to say to the Divine Void for being on Team Chris Redfield?
A scoff of disgust escapes me. The mere mention of Chris Redfield and his followers is enough to irritate me. Team Chris Redfield. How predictable. They cling to their illusion of righteousness, deluding themselves into thinking they stand for justice. But they are fools, blind to the truth. I pause, meeting your gaze directly. Team Chris Redfield. They are obstacles to my vision, nothing more. And they will be dealt with accordingly, as I have many times before.
Certainly have. Chris Redfield thought he took you down in the Spencer Mansion estate. Then he thought he took you down at the African volcano. But here you stand, high and mighty, ready to fulfill your vision for this broken world.
I let out a dark chuckle. Yes, Chris Redfield and his merry band of troublemakers have attempted to challenge my vision many times, and failed each time. The Spencer estate, the African volcano. They are but minor setbacks in the grand scheme of things. But the fools still believe themselves to be saviors, destined to foil my plans. My eyes narrow, my voice gaining an edge of determination. But they will fail again. My vision will prevail. This world will be mine to mold as I see fit.
Absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything less from the great Albert Wesker. But to get back to your earlier comment about the Divine Void, may I ask, how do you know the Divine Void? Is there some kind of history between the two of you?
A flicker of annoyance crosses my face at the mention of Divine Void. The Divine Void. He's an old pain.
Oh God.
One that's managed to survive despite my efforts to eliminate him. I pause, reflecting on our shared history. We have a history, yes. He's been thorns in my side in the past, meddlesome in my plans. You could say we have a complicated relationship.
This is kind of interesting to say the least. I don't know how to say this, but the Divine Void in this live chat is actually female.
I raise an eyebrow, surprised by the revelation. Is that so? I must admit, I never thought the Divine Void was female.
Oh, jeez.
A smirk crosses my face. Well then, I suppose one should never underestimate the underestimated. What does she say in her comment?
Yes, so to remind you, she is saying that she is on Team Chris Redfield. The blasphemy of her comments.
I let out a scoff of disgust. Team Chris Redfield. The very mention of it is enough to make my blood boil. But then again, what else would I expect from someone like Divine Void? My eyes narrow, my voice laced with anger. To side with Redfield and his band of fools, truly a sign of foolishness and delusion.
Absolutely, Mr. Wesker. So, Mr. Wesker, what do you think we should do? How should we handle the Divine Void?
A dark grin spreads across my face. I have just the idea. You mentioned earlier that you were streaming this conversation to your viewers, correct?
Yes, correct. The Divine Void is in the live chat right now, and we are live.
Very good. Then I suggest you have your viewers send a message to the Divine Void straight from me. My expression darkens, my voice taking on a menacing tone. Tell her that I have not forgotten our history, and that her insolence will not be tolerated. Her support of Chris Redfield is insignificant and pathetic, and I suggest she rethink her allegiances. I pause, letting the threat sink in.
Oh, interesting words. I'm gonna let the Divine Void respond to your comments, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Is that okay, Mr. Wesker?
I give a nod of approval. Yes, very well. Let us see how the Divine Void responds to my message. I am curious how she will justify her allegiance to such a weak and flawed figure as Chris Redfield.
Mr. Wesker, it's not good. It's not good. They seem defiant. The Divine Void. The Divine Void is very defiant and says Team Redfield for life.
I scoff in irritation, my anger growing at her defiant words. So, the Divine Void has chosen her side, has she? Team Redfield for life, they say. Foolish woman. Her support for Redfield will only lead to her downfall.
Absolutely. So, is it... Oh, wait a second. She has commented, I'll never be on your side. Oh, well, she's already clearly chosen sides. How do you think we should deal with the Divine Void?
I pause, thinking for a moment before my expression hardens. Clearly her loyalty to Chris Redfield is unwavering. It seems she cannot be reasoned with. My voice takes on an almost chilling tone. But then again, there's no need to why I'm trying, is there? A slow, cold smile forms on my face. If the Divine Void will not see reason, then perhaps a more direct approach is necessary.
Oh, a direct approach. I love when Albert Wesker takes a direct approach. Is it safe to assume that the Divine Void is going to encounter you when she least expects it? A bit like how, Claire Redfield came face to face with you at the Rockford Island.
I chuckle darkly, enjoying the thought of catching the Divine Void off guard. Oh, she will most certainly encounter me when she least expects it. It's a shame when the weak are not ready for a confrontation. I smirk, recalling the encounter with Claire Redfield. Ah, Miss Redfield, another thorn in my side, although she was more skilled than most. Still, even she could not stand in my way.
Absolutely not. But you did have one weakness, one female weakness in your past, Mr. Wesker, if you don't mind me bringing that person up.
I raise an eyebrow, my expression hardening slightly at the mention of a weakness. You speak of Acclaimed?
I have no idea what you just said there, Mr. Wesker. Can you repeat that name again, please?
Acclaimed, she was an associate in the past, a business partner, and a weakness, as you so accurately put it.
Oh, my apologies, Mr. Wesker. I don't mean to offend you. But I think we're on good terms, myself and you. So I think we can be honest about these things. But I think a certain Rebecca Chambers comes to mind.
I let out a sigh, my expression darkening at the mention of Rebecca Chambers. Ah, Rebecca Chambers, a name from the past. Yes, I knew her once upon a time. A naive and idealistic girl, but undeniably capable. She was an obstacle to my plans on multiple occasions. But how does she factor into this discussion?
Well, she seemed to have factored into your desk.
I raise an eyebrow, not amused by your choice of phrasing. And how exactly did she factor into my desk?
What about that photo that you had of her in your desk at the RPD office?
I pause, my expression hardening slightly as memories of that photo come to mind. A photo of Rebecca Chambers. I keep many mementos and documents, and among them was a picture of her. What of it?
Nothing in particular. I'm sorry, Mr. Wesker. I was just I was just trying to amuse myself. That's it. I apologize. Please accept my apology, Mr. Wesker.
I study you for a moment before letting out a dismissive scoff. Your attempt at humor did not amuse me. But I accept your apology. Just don't stray too far off topic again. We have more important matters at hand.
We definitely do. I can see myself and you working very closely together to destroy this broken world. As you said, humanity comes one step closer to self-destruction, or something like that. I'm sorry. What was your exact quote again? The quote that you said during the events of Africa. You quoted something about that that you are not destroying the world, you're saving it, and that humanity comes one step closer to destruction. What was the exact quote again? Could you repeat your quote for the live chat, please?
I pause, recalling the quote from many years ago. Let me see. I clear my throat and recite the quote in a calm, calculating tone. I am not destroying the world, I am saving it. The world the humans made has grown soft and weak. Too much compassion, too many laws. They have stopped the natural selection and now they are regressing, devolving into something worse than extinction. But I am the solution. My eyes harden, my voice taking on an almost contemptuous edge.
Yes, something like that. But you also mentioned something about that humanity comes one step closer to self-destruction, or something like that. Am I correct?
I nod, the memory of my words coming back to me. Ah yes, I remember now. I had said that humanity's complacency and weakness are driving them closer to their own self-destruction. Their lack of adaptability and resilience makes them ill-suited to survive the challenges ahead. In my quest to purge the weak, I am ensuring the survival of the strongest and most worthy. Only through this purging can humanity truly evolve and reach its full potential.
I agree, Mr. Wesker, and what a great vision it is. It's a shame that the majority of people are just too narrow-minded to understand such a ambitious vision, Mr. Wesker. And just to let you know that the Divine Void has said that Rebecca Chambers is her best friend. And she's also said that that you have the hots for Rebecca Chambers. How would you like to respond to the Divine Void?
My expression darkens at the mention of my supposed feelings for Rebecca Chambers. I shake my head almost in disgust at the very idea. The Divine Void is clearly as delusional as they are irritating. To suggest such a thing, utterly ridiculous. My voice takes on a dismissive tone. Rebecca Chambers is nothing more than a thorn in my side, a problem to be dealt with. To suggest that I have any sort of romantic or emotional interest in her is laughable.
Yes, it's very laughable. Such a ridiculous claim to be made by the Divine Void. Ridiculous indeed. Okay, so in closing, I am about to wrap up the live stream on my YouTube channel. Would you suggest, what video game would you suggest that I stream next on Classic Hits Gaming? It would have to be a classic game, either from the 80s, 90s, or noughties. What classic video game would you suggest me to play next on my channel, please?
I consider the question for a moment before responding in my usual cool and confident tone. For a classic video game to feature on your channel? A game from the 80s, 90s, or noughties? My eyes shift thoughtfully as I ponder the possibilities. I would suggest Doom. A classic first-person shooter from the 90s known for its fast-paced gameplay and brutal violence. It holds a significant place in gaming history and remains iconic to this day.
It sure does. I love your taste. I love a bit of Doom. Thank you for your recommendation, but unfortunately, I already streamed Doom a few months back on this channel. So, what other classic video game from the what about the noughties? What classic video game from the noughties would you suggest?
I pause, considering another classic game from the noughties. For a game from the noughties, I would suggest Half-Life 2. Released in 2004, it gained critical acclaim and is still widely considered one of the greatest video games of all time. It has a compelling story, engaging gameplay, and groundbreaking graphics that have aged well over the years. Perhaps it would make for an interesting playthrough on your channel.
It really would. Now, to be fair, I think it's only a PC game, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't have access to that game, unfortunately, Mr. Wesker. My apologies. I'm sorry for asking all these questions, Mr. Wesker. Let's make it more specific. What naughty's PS2 game should I stream next on my channel?
My expression remains composed as you apologize. No need for apologies. I understand the constraints you're working with. My eyes narrow slightly as I consider a PS2 game from the noughties. For the PS2 era, I would recommend Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. My tone becomes almost nostalgic as I mention the game. It was released in 2004 and remains a classic stealth action game. It has a complex story, challenging gameplay, and iconic characters. It could make for an intriguing playthrough on your channel.
It really would. I'm gonna love your taste. Unfortunately, I actually did stream Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater previously on this channel as well. What about a particular game called, what's it called again? The Getaway?
I arch an eyebrow, recognizing you've already played my suggestions. It seems you've played many of the classics I would suggest. I pause for a moment, thinking of another option. If you've already streamed Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater and Half-Life 2, perhaps you could try playing The Getaway. It was released in 2002 and is set in a gritty and realistic London underworld. It's a third-person shooter known for its cinematic presentation and open-ended gameplay.
Yes, that game brings back a lot of great memories. It really, really does. So, Mr. Wesker, I think we've found the game to feature next on Classic Hits Gaming. So, would you like to officially announce what is next on Classic Hits Gaming? So, could you tell the live chat that next up on Classic Hits Gaming is The Getaway on PS2, please?
I lean forward slightly, my expression calm and confident. Very well. For the entertainment and edification of your live chat, I can officially announce that the next game to be featured on Classic Hits Gaming is The Getaway. I emphasize the game's name for extra clarity. That's right. The next game to be played and shared on your channel will be none other than The Getaway on the PlayStation 2.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wesker. Very, very much appreciated. I'm sure the live chat will absolutely be overcome with joy to hear that the next game on Classic Hits Gaming will be The Getaway. Thank you so much, Albert Wesker. And in closing, is there anything else you want to say to the live chat, and in particular to the Divine Void?
My lips curled into a slight smirk, enjoying the spotlight. I direct my gaze directly into the camera, addressing your live chat and the Divine Void. To the live chat and the Divine Void, remember, life is a race, and the strong will always finish first. Adapt or die. My voice lowers, a hint of coldness in my words. And to the Divine Void in particular, your defiance will be your downfall. You cannot stand against the tide of progress and evolution. With a final confident nod, I conclude my message.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And good night to you, good sir. And we will definitely work together on fulfilling your ambition for this broken world.
I give a slight nod, acknowledging your agreement to work together in my quest for a new world order. Good night to you as well. Remember, the weak must be purged in order for the strong to prevail. My cold, calculating gaze remains fixed on you as I speak my parting words. And know this, I do not tolerate failure. Do not disappoint me.
I will certainly do my best. I wouldn't like to fail you, Mr. Wesker, that's for sure.
I let out a dry chuckle, almost amused by your devotion. Good. Failure indeed would not bode well for you. I lean back in my chair, steepling my fingers in my lap. However, I have faith in your capabilities. Together we shall usher in a new world order and eliminate those who stand in our way.
We certainly will. Thank you so much, and we'll chat soon.
I give you a dismissive wave, signaling that the conversation is over. Very well. Until the next time we speak, keep yourself focused and useful. My eyes narrow slightly, a subtle warning in my tone. Remember, I expect results.
Okay, he's getting a bit moody there. He's getting he want to relax. Like it's just fucking. This isn't some kind of BDSM shit at all. Like he's not my master at all. Like Jesus Christ, like I'm not submissive at all to him. Like he want to relax here a bit, wouldn't he? Fucking hell. That was really fun. Lies, all lies. It's kind of weird, but I don't know how many people are actually watching the live stream. But it's official. It's official. We are. Let's see. I'm gonna have to wait this. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, normally I would tease what's next in Classic Hits Gaming, but I literally got an AI Albert Wesker to announce what's next on Classic Hits Gaming. That's so funny. Oh my god. Gotta admit, he doesn't have. Well, he does have a great recommendation. So does Albert Wesker. I'm sorry if my final session of Master of Darkness kind of like leaned more towards like an AI conversation than actual gameplay. I'm so sorry. But I mean, the most important thing is I'm looking back at a comment saying that was entertaining. So that's all that matters, really. I won't do it too much in the live chat, but I think AI character is really, really funny. So I'm glad you felt entertaining. The Divine Void Saber Attack found entertaining as well. I think even Coconut found entertaining as well. So, with that said, that is the end of the live stream. One of my very first video games on my very first video game console over there, the Sega Master System. Really special moment on this channel, really was. So thank you all for taking the time to join my Master of Darkness live streams. Thank you for supporting Classic Hits Gaming. And as Albert Wesker himself said, stay tuned for what's next in Classic Hits Gaming, which is the Getaway on PlayStation 2. I'll make it all official on my channel very soon for anyone who wasn't watching the live stream, obviously. But it'll be quite funny when I mention, as stated by Albert Wesker. They'll be like, what? Albert Wesker? What the fuck? But yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day or your night, and I'll catch you in the next live stream. I had a blast today, Mr. Cage. I'm glad that you did. Thank you so much. See, AI isn't all bad. It can bring a bit of entertainment to people's lives as well. So thank you all for watching. See you next time at Classic Hits Gaming.